What are you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Oh.
It's overtime. Janelle, I don't know what she's doing over there. But we're glad to have you with us today. A good one Janelle brought up, because she's got a problem.
No, I don't, actually.
Don't you?
I feel closer to my husband because of it.
Don't you?
Oh, my goodness.
no problem.
It's not the same.
I'm just going to take her coffee. How do you feel about that?
Actually, my daughters do that. It's so annoying. It doesn't count. It's not the same.
I can't do it anyway. I can't.
What about Sarah? Sarah did.
I don't want your cooties.
What?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's like, so picture this. You're at a restaurant with Janelle. Actually, and pretend I'm Janelle. This is going to get very complicated, so just bear with me.
Oh,
So I'm Janelle. We're at a restaurant. We're like, oh, no. We're sitting there. Oh, the food's here. Great. Oh. And she just kind of goes with her, I don't have a fork, but she'll go,
Oh, my goodness. Wow, Brian.
Didn't ask you. She just reached over, stabbed with a fork that bite you were looking at. You know, you cut off that piece of steak or that last bite of hamburger.
Wow.
Or, you know, that good bite of the hamburger in the middle. It's got the bacon on it and the cheese right there. She just grabbed it. Just,
For the record,
without asking
we're
anybody.
talking about, I grabbed that stuff from Len. He loves me sacrificially. He sees that good little piece of French fry. He's like, yeah, baby, go ahead. We've been doing this for 23 years.
So every time he loves it.
If he doesn't like it, he would tell me. And then I'll be like, oh, can I have a little bit?
So we're asking, is it cool or off limits to without permission? Now, let me be very clear. Whenever Sarah and I go out to eat, which is very rarely,
Yeah.
I'll get food, and if I like it, I'll be like, oh wow, this is really great. Sweetheart, would you like a taste?
He does
Something
that.
sweet like that.
Len does that, yeah.
And then she'll say yes or no, and we'll go on, or she'll say, oh, Brian, can I have a bite of that? It looks really good. And I'll give her a bite. But she does not do that anymore.
Isaac
Without
says,
asking.
Brian, don't turn your back on Janelle. It sounds like she has sticky fingers.
She does. She's going to take my stuff.
So Brian said, well, you don't even know if Len likes it, right? And so I texted Len. Should I read his answer or wait?
Well, let me just say the caveat to this. She asked Len. He
Len?
knows she's asking.
No.
He's got to represent his wife,
No,
the one flesh. Go
Because
ahead.
y'all know Len would be like, new rule, stop touching my stuff. Len doesn't sugarcoat things. So my baby's working hard, so it took him some time to answer. And so I asked him, hey, do you mind when I take your food from your plate without asking? Okay. And then I did explain, like if we're out to eat and we're talking, then I had to ask him again, hello? And so he said, not really. If we're sitting real close and I'm hugging you, but if you just reach across the table at dinner, check out what he said, that would just be weird. Weird, because he's like, reach. But if we're together, I would be like, grab all day long. And I specifically said, without asking. And he was like, no.
Okay, hold up, though.
Thank you. We are one.
No.
One flesh.
Prepare to have us all fall apart. So when you go to a restaurant, I'm presuming that based on that description, you and Len are what I call riding the bus. You know what I mean by that?
What is that?
You sit next to each other, not
Right.
across from each other.
Right.
You do?
It's really irritating. I don't like that. He does that because he wants to be all close to me. I like being close to him. My problem is, I'm like, babe, I want to converse. I want to talk to you.
So you really do this?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, because I was assuming you're reaching across the table at the restaurant. You guys are riding the bus? Cuddling and all that?
He wants to do
Some
all
kid somewhere going, look at these old people making out at dinner. That's nasty.
that. He wants to sit on my side.
Wow. Never mind. It didn't fall apart.
No, but
Wow.
even if, like, I would tell you, if he was right across, like, y'all been to Cheesecake Factory. It is all tight. So the person sitting across from you, it is not that difficult. You just go and grab. Okay, so let's see. I know, guys. You guys are calling me sticky fingers. Carrie says, it worked for Janelle and Len for this long, so who cares? It won't work for Brian, so his wife won't do it. But it works for them. Thank you, Brian. I just said different strokes for different folks. That's what I said.
You're just robbing the TV show. What you talking about, Liz?
Adrian says, Brian, that comes from the I do. That's right. One flesh. He borrowed my body
There we go.
for 10 years. I gave up my space for his kids, right?
He didn't have a choice in
And I
that?
nursed his children.
You didn't have a choice in
And
that?
so, that entitles me for the rest of my life. But I told you, Brian, he could do that with me too.
What did you say
I'm
about
his
nursing, though?
wife.
Sometimes you would nurse the kids just to what?
No, we're not. That's another conversation. Stop, Brian. Shh. Lisa says, Len had to deal with it. My mom does this to my dad all of the time. It cracks us up. For some reason, his food always tastes better. Exactly. Thank you. And the Neville's men know how to love their women sacrificially. Thank you.
At least you call it sacrificially. Teresa wrote in and said, I'd love to get your reaction to this verse.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
1 Corinthians 13 says in part, quote, love is not rude.
Yeah, I know.
You just don't reach out and get someone's food without asking, because it's rude.
You know what, though? My answer to that, I love you, Teresa, and I actually responded to you. Rude is defined by the person that you're acting on. And so if my baby didn't say it's rude, then it ain't rude. If it's rude for your spouse, then don't do it. It's rude. And that's what I think. Who said it's rude to Len? Len would look at Teresa and be like, how's that rude?
Here we go. Janet's been married for 44 years. Go ahead. Read her comment.
And then she says, and never did we take food from each other's plates without asking. I think politeness matters even in a marriage. Please and thank you. You are easy to say. Oh,
what
easy
are
to
you
say.
teaching your children?
I'm teaching my children that a husband and wife are one flesh.
Thou shalt not steal.
That's my buddy. And he texted me and was like,
thou shalt not steal.
It's not that deep. It is not that deep.
Thou shalt not steal.
My baby loves me. Marcy says, my hubby doesn't care if I take something off his plate and vice versa. The only time he says he doesn't like it is if it's the last bite. I agree with that. That's why I'm always snatch something before he even starts. See, that's when I like doing it. We've been together 45 years, so we are one. Marcy, my girl, let me look at your profile again.
Let me just ask you this.
Marcy is awesome. One flesh. We didn't gotta ask permission. What are we, like guests in each other's life?
Isn't?
No, you are one with me, baby.
Isn't the biblical concept to love your neighbor, consider your neighbor and others as more important than yourself? Isn't snatching somebody else's food indicative of putting yourself first?
Snatching. You know what's messed up?
Isn't it all about you?
Can I say something? Let me go up there. Listen, that's why marriage gets the way it does. When we were dating and we were doing that with each other, when people date and they do that, it's like, oh, look, that's so cute. Now we're married and we got to ask permission. No, that's your girl. It's like, oh, yeah, baby, you just take it.
You're ready, it's about to be over. Himasha, the woman who led you to the Lord, has shown up with an answer.
She says, I care. Don't touch my plate unless you ask. All right, so then her husband needs to respect that.
Your spiritual mentor?
Len doesn't care.
Your spiritual mentor has a word for you.
Loves me.
Your spiritual mentor.
Actually, people, Kimash is awesome. Click on her profile. She has a YouTube show on Tuesdays. Deep stuff. Click, and follow her. She's awesome. And she's my mentor, and she brought me to the Lord.
And she's right about this, so listen to her. Why don't you listen to her
She's right
anymore?
about this in her marriage.
She agrees with me.
She don't set rules in my marriage. Len says new rule. That's right, baby. I wish you were here, but you're working hard. Gary says, again, #1 reason for fork stabbing.
That's right. Watch yourself.
Janice says, I always ask. I know he doesn't mind. He tells me, but it's polite. Well,
it is polite. But hey, if you don't think politeness is a priority, that's good. That's fine. You to each their own.
He defines
different strokes,
polite.
Different folks.
People don't get to do that in my marriage. He defines what's polite.
Hey, you know what?
In my marriage.
You said it. Different strokes, different folks. If you want to have rudeness be one of the defining cornerstones of your relationship,
my baby defines what's polite. Sheila says, I think you should ask. I'm a little like Joey from Friends. Joey doesn't share food.
Yeah, because Sarah used to do this thing for me. God bless my wife, but she's learned, especially when it comes let's say I have a glass of water with my food. I don't like getting up during the meal, so I will. It sounds weird, but I'll ration that water so I've got just enough so that the last thing I'm going to do when the meal's over is take a nice gulp of water to wash my palate. Okay. She used to grab that thing and have 3/4 of that last gulp, and I'd sit there and I go, "What are you doing?"
Wow.
Just snatching my water and drink it. Why don't you get water? And hey, if you wanted his food so bad, why don't you order it?
No, because he knows that I order safe. He explores, and then I just get a taste.
Why don't you just eat your own food?
You know what makes me feel so cherished? He is like Josh, or whatever that guy's name, on Friends. I never watched Friends. Joey on, I don't know who these people are.
There's no Josh on Friends.
He is like that with everybody else. And so it's a way of him setting me apart. Right? So his mood is, or his attitude is, ain't nobody can touch my food. And then he says, baby, anything you want, whenever you want to. Thank you. But you do your thing in your marriage. Jennifer says, my husband said I took something he would assume I'm being a stinker, which means he would attack.
Yeah, see, Jennifer knows what's good. She knows what's up.
Callie, look at what Callie says. It should be different forks for different folks.
That's right.
Martha says, preach it. Maybe she's agreeing with you. I think she's agreeing.
Oh, she's agreeing with me. I think politeness is a priority. I love and respect my wife
Who
enough
defines politeness?
to ask for permission.
Who defines politeness?
I think it's a societal norm. Is it normal in society?
Okay, I'm Dominican. So he respects my ethnicity, my culture.
Help me understand. In Dominican Republic, is it permissible for, let's say you're in a restaurant, some guy to just walk up and be like, excuse me, I'd like to taste this.
I'm not some guy. I am his wife.
No, but I'm saying a cultural norm would be you get your own food, you eat your own food. You don't take other people's food.
But I'm special in his life, so he's like, whatever I got, baby, whatever I got, you can have. And I asked him, for those tuning in, share our stream, let him know. Len texted in the show, and he said, when I said, can I take from your plate without permission? Does it bother you? He said, not really. If we're sitting real close and I'm hugging you, but if you just reach across the table at dinner, that would just be weird.
Have you ever done that?
He said that would just be weird. I have done that. And he doesn't complain. He's like, oh, whatever, you're just weird. He knows I'm weird. Comes with the package.
At least you admitted it. Robert says he has the same thing with his beverage. I like that. I got it all worked out with this beverage. Don't drink out of my cup.
Jennifer, thank you. You my girl. Everybody, you deal with your stuff the way you deal with it. Jennifer says, if Len is cool with it, then enjoy his plate. Thank you. My baby knows. Sharon says, I don't do it and I don't like watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. It's like, eat your own food.
No, I like it. That's my baby. Eva says, Steve told me on our first date to order everything I wasn't because he isn't sharing. I purposely reached on his plate because her also said on first date I would be his wife. Oh, okay, so they knew. So she reached over and still
He had to get used to it quickly.
That's right.
Wow.
Sacrifice that bite and you'll have half my meal. He wins. Meredith, what's up? She says, after thinking over 18 years, we have never taken without asking. I know that if I wanted something, my husband would be fine. Whatever you want, but I would still ask because that is just how I am. Beverly says, Janelle, my husband and I are the same way. That's just so formal. Like if he and I are all into the conversation and we're just engrossed, or he's looking into my eyes, we don't have time to be like, can I get some? We're one flesh.
No.
Yeah.
I listen, I respect my wife. She respects me.
Wow.
Respect and
deep.
politeness and manners are deeply connected. I respect her enough to offer her food from my plate if she'd like it. She respects me enough to ask for it.
Gary, your dude, because he loves you.
He's smart.
That's your dude.
No, he's smart.
He says, Brian, take cellophane with you when you go out to dinner to cover up your glass and your plate to guard it against Janelle. Thieves.
Yeah, I'll be afraid she's going to take my stuff.
Wow, people, it's not that
She'll
serious.
probably be one of those people that she wouldn't take it if she's not related to, but she'll look at your plate long enough that you're going to be forced to give it.
Oh, my God.
She'll be like, wow, those fries look good, Brian.
Roseanne, who's a very smart, strong woman, she says, I don't really like sharing my food, but I will with my spouse and maybe my grandchildren, but just in very small quantities. But never, ever try to touch my dessert. That's right. That's funny. When people say, oh, do you want to share dessert? My answer is always no. If you're too full to have dessert, then you don't have it. But I want my whole dessert if I'm ordering one. Call me selfish. That's funny. You just don't share.
Taking his stuff.
Wow.
Just taking it. You're a taker.
Jennifer says, my mom did it to my dad before they got married, and he talked about her for 40 plus years. He said she took the best part of the steak and knew it. It was a family joke for years.
Yeah, it's what you're doing. You're not getting the edge piece. You're going after the good stuff, aren't you? That's a yes. If you got to think about it, the answer is yes. I will do that.
Yes, I'll take the good stuff. Unless it's the last piece. I think that's mean to take the last piece.
So your only line is, I'm not taking the second to last piece. You feel good with. You
Yeah,
felt
I
very
feel-
good. There's 2 bites left. You're taking the second to
And
last.
I'm trusting. I'm married to a man that
Wow.
doesn't sugarcoat stuff. If it bothers you, he would tell me.
Wow.
Marcy says, my hubby doesn't care if I take something off his plate and vice versa. The only time he says he doesn't like it. Okay, that's the last bite. Thank you, people.
Do not covet your neighbor's stuff, Janelle.
Wow.
Is your husband your neighbor?
Josh Vija responded. He says, so why do you hide chocolate from Len in your closet? Because you don't want to share with him? No. Let me explain.
No, you need to back up. You got chocolate Len can't have.
No. I
Yes.
hide chocolate.
Yes.
Can I say it? I hide chocolate from my kids. I hide the chocolate because they got no respect. And Len, I will tell him outright. I'll call him right now and tell him. I hide sweets from Len because you know what he does? The kids know it. It's very sad. Len is addicted to dessert. And so if he found my stash, he don't be like, oh, let me take 2. He'll just be like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
Whoa.
And I'm good because that's my dude. But I'm like, I want to get to my stuff, so I hide it.
Whoa.
I
2 are one flesh, Janelle.
Team Janelle, Monique. I
Janelle.
love your name, Monique. I love it.
Look at her trying to avoid this.
Monique, you're my girl.
Yeah, that is hypocritical.
It's not. He can hide stuff. I need to make sure
Hold
I
on.
get. No, Len will not stop.
He does hide
He
stuff.
will not
You
stop.
admitted this.
Lisa.
And you take it anyway.
No,
he hides his gum and you
Listen,
take it.
we have baked, because I have baked, with the kids, and we'll bake stuff. And Len used to work night times, and so we'll set it up, it'll come out, and then if we don't got time to eat it, they'll be like, Ma, that's not fair, because you know what happens? They would go to bed, Len gets home at 1, 2 in the morning, and half the thing is gone. He doesn't stop.
So, question for you.
I'm talking about one bite.
So-
He will eat all of it.
You hide it from, primarily then you're saying, your children. Why?
No, mostly it's the kids.
Because what will happen? The children will do what?
Sheila says double standards. Oh, guys.
Hold up. Why do you hide it from the kids? Go ahead.
Because they don't have respect for
And they will take it
They
without...
will eat it. Or ask for it. And I don't want you in my
No,
face
but they'll
asking
take
for my
it without...
stuff. Permission.
Where did they learn
Do
that?
not compare my kids to my husband.
Where did they learn
They're
that?
not one flesh with me.
Where did they learn
You know
that?
what I told Raina? Raina, she was like, oh, because... What did she say? She said something about Papi's house. I said, hold up. I said, this is my house. And then I said, and when you get your husband, his house is going to be your house. Whatever he got is going to be yours.
Your kids watch you
I am
take food from your
training
husband.
them. No,
So
they
you
got to
train
wait.
them to take food from
Oh,
you.
my gosh.
So you train them to take food from you. That's what
Wow,
you do.
it's not the same thing.
And you're hiding chocolate from your husband. 2 are one flesh. That's his chocolate.
And
If
Gary.
he wants all that chocolate, according to your theory, he can have it.
Gary-
Whenever he wants without asking.
Lisa says, Len is a vulture with sweets. My dad is the same way. Thank you.
She's related to
Thank
you.
you.
She's required to agree.
If I knew that he was going to grab a couple, he don't do that. He knows. He knows what's up. But look at Gary. He's been paying attention. Gary says, Len needs a safe for his gum and chapstick.
He does. He needs a safe.
Carrie says, Janelle, I'm with you all the way. I love you, girl. Thank you. Let me click on her, too. And Monique is awesome. I'm so glad that you are here. Smart women in the house. Carrie, and guys, women, please, let's listen real quick. If you take food from your husband's plate, or if you don't, you want to tune in September 12th to a webinar that Renew is having. And so we kind of shifted things. We still have an awesome conference next year because of COVID. But this year, go to the link, go to Janelle Neville's, go down below to Brian and Janelle, and register because I'm going to be on with Crystal Evans-Hurst, Tony Evans' daughter. She's amazing, and it's redeeming the girl in you and leveraging our past for our future. That's awesome. Kimasha says, this is so hilarious. Monique says, children are not the same. Explain that. Let's just stop there. Why are you comparing children? I will look at my son and be like, you are not my husband. You do not deserve anything that I got. Go get your own woman. That's what Len would say. Len
I'll
looks at
explain
my
it.
boys and say, you go get your
Here's what you
own
know.
woman.
You want to let me explain it?
Oh my gosh.
That's what you said to me.
Okay, go ahead. Explain.
So, okay, let me explain this.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that you have to hide the chocolate from your children because when they watch you steal from your husband,
No, I
they
don't steal.
learn that behavior.
I can't steal what's mine. Len knows. When we stood there in 1999, August, and he said,
That was a
I
long
do.
time ago.
Exactly. He knew. It's like, dude, everything I got is...
Was that in your vows?
What?
To have and to hold, to take his food without asking?
One flesh covers that. One flesh.
It covers food.
It does.
So then why do you hide your chocolate from Len?
Because he's a vulture.
Whoa, it shouldn't matter.
Wow.
Two are one flesh. I need you to acknowledge that you can no longer hide your chocolate. In fact, you need to tell
Monique,
Len
that's right.
where you put your chocolate so he can take it without permission.
Monique and Monique and Lisa, all them, Eva, you know what it is? We've earned it. We have earned it. I know I have. In my household, I just tell him, I look at him, I'm like, dude, I mothered your 6 kids.
So
and I nursed and all of that.
Okay.
Thank you. And we're one flesh, so it covers it regardless.
Let's just go with your theory for a minute. Let's just pretend for a minute.
Sarah, thank you, girl. Everything you got. I'm training Raina.
She's not preaching.
Training my little girl. I told her everything your husband has is yours, my girl. Go ahead.
She's preaching stealing and rudeness. Okay.
Are you serious?
But let's just go down this road for just a minute. Let's just go down this road for a minute. All right. So you're saying that to become one flesh, that means essentially what's mine is yours.
Absolutely.
And so part of that would be that you can declare, I can take whatever I want from him. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So then,
but listen, I do it in a loving way. So if I see, like, I don't just take. I love him.
How would it go over if I declared on this Facebook live video that Sarah and I are one flesh? I can take anything of hers because I love her whenever I want. I deserve it. I'm her husband. I deserve to take whatever I want.
It's not with that
Can
attitude.
men say that?
It's not with that attitude.
Wait. Can men say this?
Can Len say that? Yeah,
men.
He can say that.
Can men say this? Without any sort of chastisement. I'm not speaking into
other people's marriages. In my household, Len can say that.
Double standard.
I just said
Double
in my household,
standard.
Len can say that.
No. What I'm telling you is that in general, if I held that position on Facebook Live, I would get filleted by all the women. You can't say all that. That's not yours. It's mine. Blah, blah, blah. No. Hey, if it's true for you, it's true for the men.
Mike says, Sarah, we need you on. We need your side. Isaac says, Brian, can we get Len on the show to tell his side of the story? And no, Janelle, so she can't influence his... what?
Isaac, you know exactly what she does. She tried to not even include without permission on that text. I had to force her to put it in there.
What?
She's just stretching. She's stretching it.
Isaac says, Janelle just said that her kid's taken is disrespectful, but her taken is not. Sorry, Janelle. It's not. I am not their wife. They can't take from me. I am not their wife.
They've earned it.
No, I'm not their wife. Sarah says, my plate is a community plate for my little kids. Oh, yeah, when they're little, it's different. My husband would give me everything he has. He spoon-fed me from his plate while I've nursed. Wow, you got an awesome husband. I'm with Janelle on this. You got an awesome husband. And the fact that Len's like, it's not that serious. We're like boyfriend, girlfriend.
What, you're not going to read Sheila's text?
Sheila says, double standards, Janelle.
You're hiding your chocolate.
Josh agrees.
Hiding your chocolate.
Miss Anita. I don't know why my husband's plate of food always looks tastier than my plate. Let's face it, the husbands have no power. What is it, pastor's wife and my mother-in-law, pastor's wife, agree with me, and they've been doing it for decades. Explain that.
First ladies are wonderful people.
First ladies
are wonderful
house.
people, but they have also sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And if they're stealing from their husband's plate, they're sinning and they should repent.
What? Kiki says hilarious. Monica says blah blah blah. Brian. Monica says, Monique, love your name again. Grandfather used to always tell us, this is my wife. That's right. That's what Len tells his kids. He's like, you go get your wife. This is my wife.
We're going to test this theory. I'm going to find something of Sarah's I want. I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to come on here, and I'm going to talk about it, and all you women have to tell me I can take whatever I want of Sarah's whenever I want without permission.
Look, Eva
because
says,
she's mine.
Eva says, yes, it does work both ways, Brian. Steve Walker's up in the middle of the night and eats all my snacks. We laugh about it when I wake up and then go get more. That's what I tell Len. Listen, if he finds it and like eats it, since I hide mine because I am very listen, chocolate is my
Where
thing.
do you hide it?
I hide it in my closet, or I'll hide it like underneath my shoes. If he finds it and eats it, I'm not mad at him. I would just be like, oh, okay, so now it's your turn. Now you got to go to Walgreens and get me. Like, we're friends. This whole thing about it's so rude. That I don't get that. That's my dude. Like, he is one flesh with me. Josh says, Janelle says, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine.
That's what she says. Gosh. So, okay. Here it is. I'm texting Len Nevels.
He loves
right
me.
Now.
My baby loves me.
I'm texting Len right now. FYI, Janelle hides her chocolate.
He knows that.
In her closet.
He knows that. And he thinks it's funny.
Or under her shoes. That's gross.
It's in a bag. Like, I'll put it in the closet. It's just wrapped up in a bag. Dude, I got a lot of people trying to get my stuff. She
said she hides the chocolate from you. Oh, no. She said...
Michael agrees. Michael Howard. What's up, Michael?
You can take as much as you want.
What? Michael went to Indiana. Wesley, super smart. He says, I have to order extra food because I know my wife will eat the extra
food. Here it is. Len Neville's text. Janelle hides her chocolate in her closet or under her shoes. She said you can take as much as you want whenever you want because you're married. Send.
That's cool. I don't care.
Send. There it is. It went.
And so...
Goodbye to your chocolate. Do you like it? God. You should like it. You better like it when it's gone.
Adrian says, no, Brian, you can only do what works for your marriage. All marriages are different. No two people are the same. What works for Janelle's marriage is not guaranteed to work for yours.
That's true. It's not. It's not going to work for my marriage.
Lisa, you are right. She said Len can sniff out sweets. Oh, dude.
Well, he's going to do it real well now because he knows where you hide it. And he knows he can have, because you're married. And there's no double standard. You said that. He can have as much as he wants whenever he wants. And now he knows. Because I told him.
That's fine.
Where else you hide your chocolate?
Oh, I'll hide it in the car or in my purse.
Nasty.
Yeah.
In the car?
It's in the bag. No, it doesn't. Sheila says, I only get annoyed with my husband if he takes the last of my stuff. Never take the last one. I agree. Oh, your mom. Ask your mom. We can't leave.
We gotta go.
No. Your mom. Miss Sandy, please, can you tell us, is it off limits to take from your husband's plate?
Without asking.
Without asking.
You keep forgetting that part.
You're sitting together, you're talking. Do you reach over and grab a fry or whatever?
Not
the last bite.
My mom asks. She taught me respect.
Watch. I hope she answers. Oh, and in the meantime, ladies, I put the link for the conference. It's a webinar. Chris Levenshurst, Tony Evans' daughter. Click, and you get a link to a book, and then you'll get to enjoy. Both of us will be talking great stuff. Lisa says the funny part is he could buy his own chocolate, but hers must taste better.
Well, now he knows where to find it. I'll tell you that.
Candace, say girl. She says, it's okay, Janelle. My husband and I both have our secret stash of sweets, but sometimes we share. I also don't like him taking food off my plate, so in return, I won't take food off his plate.
Did you see? Okay, scroll down. Look what Isaac said.
Sandy, I never take from Bill's plate. I protect my own.
Yes. That's my mother.
$5 says Janelle goes home and moves her stash of...
Are you going to move it? Are you going to move your chocolate hiding spot now that Len knows where it is? Don't lie. Christian radio, remember?
Oh my God.
Liars have their part in the lake of fire, says the Bible. So go ahead. Are you going to move your chocolate?
I probably will. I need to protect my stash. Len does not know how to take a little bit. He takes it like, no, dude. Lisa knows what's up. She knows.
That's all we have to say.
But
if you're comfortable living in that hypocrisy, then we can move forward.
You don't see the difference?
Not different. Kimasha will agree with me.
Oh, wow.
Call her out, Kimasha. You know it.
Wow. Anita says, you know you love feeding your beautiful wife. You know, Michael. Michael's so smart. And he agreed with me, by the way. And he went to Indiana Wesley. Thank you.
You are such a Facebook stalker.
I am. Michael's awesome.
Wow. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here.
Bye, Marcy. Bye, Isaac. Miss Anita, love you. Mike, Kimasha. Sandy, Miss Sandy, thank you for pitching in. You should have agreed with me, though.
Pray for me. I'm scared for all my stuff. I'm afraid she's going to take it.
Wow, dude.
We work together. I can just take it. It's mine.
One flesh, y'all.